Listen up. From the moment you're born, they tell you, this is the world. This is how things are. You're taught to play it safe, to follow the rules, to live quietly and never disturb the status quo. But what if I told you that every boundary you see was created by people just like you, and that you have the power to break them down? Today, we're not here to accept mediocrity. We're here to disrupt. We're here to challenge everything and rewrite the rules of life. If you're ready to leave behind a world that confines you and step into one where you're the architect of your own destiny, then this is for you. When you grow up, you're bombarded with messages. Alive a quiet life. Get a good job. Don't step on anyone's toes. Keep your head down. These messages are designed to keep you small. They're there to ensure you never question the world around you. But here's the truth. Everything you call a life was made up, crafted by people who weren't any smarter, any more gifted than you. Than you. They were ordinary individuals who dared to think differently. They chose to challenge the rules, to push past the limits, and to reshape their world. It's time to shatter this illusion. Your life isn't predetermined by society's outdated standards. You have the power to mold it, to push it into a new dimension. When you dare to poke at the edges of what's accepted, you discover that the world isn't fixed. It's flexible, malleable, and waiting for you to change it. It's not enough to just dream. You must act. The people who made history weren't those who sat on the sidelines. They were the rebels, the misfits, the ones who shouted, "Enough!" They were the ones who, even when the world called them insane, refused to back down. I'm talking about visionaries like Steve Jobs, who wasn't afraid to say, "I'm not here to live like everyone else. I'm here to change the world." When the critics said, "You can't do that," he simply pushed harder. He let his actions speak louder. He let his actions speak louder than their doubts. Ask yourself, when was the last time you truly challenged the norm? When did you last stand up and say, "I'm not going to settle for what's been handed to me"? It's time to awaken that rebel inside you, to let it roar. Because the world only changes when someone dares to be different. Then what do this stop living in a box? Every invention, every breakthrough, every monumental shift in history came from someone who wasn't afraid to build something new. Think about the personal computer, the smartphone, the revolutionary products that have redefined our lives. They all started with a single idea, a spark of inspiration that refused to be dimmed. Now imagine if you could create your own masterpiece. Imagine if you could build something so innovative that it changes the way people live, work, and dream. Hiya, and dream. It all starts with the courage to try, to fail, and to try again. You have the ability to build your own world, to influence, to innovate, to create products, ideas, and movements that others will use and cherish. The moment you realize that life is not a fixed blueprint, but a canvas waiting for your unique touch, you become unstoppable. Every success story is riddled with failure. It's not a sign that you should quit. It's proof that you're in the game. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a necessary ingredient. It's the raw material from which greatness is forged. Think of those who came before you. Steve Jobs was once fired from the very company he built. He faced rejection, ridicule, and despair. Yet, instead of being crushed by failure, he used it as fuel. He built NXT, reinvented Pixar, and returned to Apple to create products that changed the world. Your failures are not your identity. They're lessons, each one teaching you something vital, each one preparing you for the next big breakthrough. So don't fear failure. Embrace it, learn from it, and let it propel you forward. If you're not taking risks, you're not truly living. The most remarkable achievements come from those who dared to venture into the unknown, who weren't afraid to put everything on the line for a dream. You might be thinking, but what if I fail? What if it doesn't work out? The answer is simple. You will fail, and that's okay. It's better to try and fail than to never try at all. The real risk is in inaction, in living a life of safe, predictable mediocrity. Take bold risks, challenge yourself. Step into uncertainty with the confidence that you have what it takes to overcome any obstacle. Because when you dare to risk, you unlock opportunities that were previously unimaginable. Success is not handed to you on a silver platter. It's earned through hard work, grit, and unwavering perseverance. The journey will be long, the path will be rough, and there will be moments when you feel like giving up. But those moments are the turning points. Perseverance is what separates the doers from the dreamers. It's the determination to keep moving forward, even when the odds are stacked against you. It's the refusal to let setbacks define your destiny. It's about getting up every time you fall, learning from each stumble, and pressing on with more resolve than ever before. Every minute you hesitate, every moment you succumb to fear, you lose the chance to become the person you were meant to be. So keep pushing, keep striving, and remember, the only way to fail is to never try. Imagine a world where you take control of your destiny, where you're not confined by the expectations of others, where you dare to innovate and build your own reality. That world isn't a dream, it's a choice. You have the power to shape your future. You can influence the world around you, build things that last, and leave a legacy that transcends time. Every invention, every revolutionary idea, every groundbreaking product starts with one person daring to think differently. It's time to cast aside the notion that life is predetermined, that you're just meant to exist within the limitations imposed by society. You can rewrite the rules, you can challenge the norms, and when you do, the possibilities are endless. Deep inside, you have a visionary waiting to be unleashed, a voice that tells you that you can change the world. It doesn't matter if you come from humble beginnings, or if others doubt your capabilities. What matters is the fire within you. Look, fire within you. A visionary is not defined by intellect alone, but by the courage to dream, to take risks, and to defy expectations. Look at history. Every revolutionary change in the world was driven by people who dared to see beyond the present, who imagined a future that others couldn't even conceive. It's time for you to embrace that inner visionary. Listen to that voice, nurture that spark, and let it guide you toward a life of purpose and innovation. When you truly believe in your own potential, nothing can stand in your way. No one changes the world alone. Behind every great visionary is a network of supporters, mentors, and collaborators. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, who push you to be better, and who share your passion for innovation. Ask for help. Reach out to those who inspire you. Every conversation is an opportunity to learn, and every relationship is a building block for your success. Whether it's a mentor who guides you through tough times or a peer who shares your drive, remember that collaboration amplifies your impact. I once called up a man I admired when I was just a kid, and he helped me build something that I couldn't have imagined on my own. Never underestimate the power of connection and the willingness of others to lend a hand. In a world where everyone is busy playing it safe, those who dare to reach out often find that others are more than willing to help them succeed. Complacency is the enemy of progress. It's easy to settle into the comfort of what's familiar, to let the world around you become routine, to accept the mediocre as good enough. But if you settle for the ordinary, you'll never reach the extraordinary. Challenge yourself every day to step out of your comfort zone. Look at what you've achieved so far and then push yourself to go further. Don't let success lull you into complacency. Use it as fuel to drive you to even greater heights. Every great breakthrough in history was the result of someone refusing to settle. They weren't satisfied with the status quo. They wanted more. And so should you. Demand excellence from yourself, even when it's hard, even when it feels like the odds are against you. The world is always changing. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow, and that's not something to fear. It's something to embrace. Change is the only constant, and your ability to adapt will determine your success. When you fail, see it as an opportunity to change course. When you encounter obstacles, let them be the catalyst for innovation. The most successful people are those who adapt quickly, who learn from every experience, and who never let failure deter them from their ultimate vision. Remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. The most resilient leaders in history have faced enormous challenges, yet they emerged stronger because they were willing to change, to innovate, and to take risks. What will your legacy be? When all is said and done, it's not the products or the wealth that defines you, it's the impact you've had on the world. The real measure of success is not in the accolades or the numbers, but in the lives you touch and the barriers you break. Steve Jobs didn't create products just to make money. He created them to change the way people live. His legacy is built on the belief that innovation can make the world a better place. And that's a legacy you can build too, if you dare to think differently, if you work relentlessly, and if you refuse to settle for anything less than extraordinary. Now, I want to challenge you. Look around at the world that's been shaped by those who dared to rebel, who dared to dream, and who dared to do. Ask yourself, am I living the life I was meant to live? Am I ready to break free from the mundane, to shatter the limits imposed on me, and to build something truly remarkable? Today is your day. Today is the day you decide to take control. The world is filled with distractions and excuses, but you have the power to rise above them. It's time to rebel against mediocrity, to challenge every assumption, and to push yourself beyond what you ever thought possible. Stand up. Speak out, and let your actions be the proof of your dedication. Don't let fear dictate your future. Let your dreams light the way. Innovation isn't a one-time event, it's a mindset. It's the daily decision to look at the world with fresh eyes, to question what others take for granted, and to create what never existed before. It's about continuously pushing the envelope, breaking down barriers, and redefining what's possible. There's a power in being unyielding, a strength in never giving up, no matter how high the obstacles. The world remembers those who have the courage to stand up and say, I will not be confined by what is. I will create what can be. That spirit of relentless innovation is within you. It's waiting for you to awaken it, to nurture it, and to let it guide you toward a future that is as bold and brilliant as your vision. As we near the end of this journey, I want you to consider your future. What do you want to be remembered for? Not just in terms of achievements or wealth, but in the impact you've had on the world. Every decision you make, every risk you take shapes your legacy. Your future isn't predetermined. By choosing to innovate, to challenge, and to lead, you leave a mark on the world that endures. And that is the ultimate power you hold. Before you step back into your daily life, take a moment to absorb everything we've discussed. The world may try to tell you that you must conform, that your life is meant to be lived within limits. But you are not meant to be ordinary. You are destined for greatness. Now is the time to unleash your inner visionary. Let go of the excuses. Break free from the chains of mediocrity. Embrace your potential and commit to a life of relentless pursuit. Every challenge is an opportunity, not for the end. Every setback is a lesson, and every moment is a chance to redefine what's possible. You have the power to change your life, to change your world, and to leave a legacy that inspires generations. So, stand tall, be bold, and remember, the future belongs to those who dare to innovate, who dare to dream, and who dare to act. You have everything you need to create a life that's truly extraordinary. This is your revolution. Your opportunity to break free from the mundane and to rewrite your own destiny. As you move forward, remember that every great achievement begins with a single courageous step. You are that person who can ignite change. The power to create, to innovate, and to leave a lasting legacy is within your grasp. Now go out there and build something remarkable. Break the rules, challenge the norm, and never settle for anything less than your absolute best, because the world is waiting for you. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Let this message be the spark that lights your fire for innovation, resilience, and endless possibility.